Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I thought today I'd do a quick review video on a handheld microphone system that you can get. So I'm going to be reviewing the CM28, which is a handheld microphone system by Neewer. So I thought it'd be quite apt if I did a reviewer. Really bad joke, I'm very sorry. But yeah, I know I've been needing a microphone like this for a long time. Every time I use my Shure SM7B, which is to the left of me, I have to pull it out, get all the cables ready and all that, and it's a nightmare. So I thought I'd invest in something like this. Obviously, it's not windy. I've got the wind filter on because I want to look like an influencer. But here you go. This is the review, my honest review of the Neewer CM28. Let's get into it. So let's start off with the unboxing. What do you receive when you get the Neewer CM28? And I'm still trying to get over how fluffy this thing is. It's ridiculous, honestly. It's so fluffy. But these are the devices that you get. So you get these two audio receivers, and obviously for the purposes of this, I'm going to be using this microphone only throughout the entire video. And there's two ways of connecting this to yourself. You've got the ability to add a magnet, so that just comes off, or you can clip it, so which is quite handy. So the magnet is relatively strong. So let's give that a try now. See if we can get this. There we go. Yeah, hangs quite nicely. So I'll leave that on while I go through the box. So it's quite a nice box actually. And then when you open this, so you get on the top, you get instructions, which are quite good actually. Quite useful. Sometimes you get instructions that are an absolute nightmare. And then you get the device itself, which is pretty good. Seems to be about halfway charged when you first get it, so it does need a bit of juice when you first pick it up, but that's absolutely fine. It's much better than having no charge. You also get a bag, which I thought this was quite nice. So you get a little bag with some goodies in it, and obviously this works as like a nice little travel case. Some gel for eating, don't eat this. And then, yeah, you get the device, which sort of looks like this. It's pretty cool, nice and portable, and all three pods, obviously I'm using two of them at the minute, all three pods fit inside here, so that then you can do the charging through the USB case, which I think is quite neat. So what do you actually get in the bag that you receive? Well, you get a USB-C to USB-A, so that's for if you are recording and using internal storage on this, which is about 4 gig, then you can transfer that straight off the device, which is quite handy, but it does overwrite itself, so worth noting if you are going to be planning on doing some important recording on this. USB-C to USB-A again, so this is for data transfer. It's pretty good. And then you've got your camera cable. So if you're using this on a DSLR or something similar and you want to connect directly to the device, you can do it there. And then these things, these little wind filters, that I can't tell you how fluffy these things are. They are so fluffy. So you get two of those, obviously because you get two devices, and that is everything that you get in the bag. So let's move on to the case then. So this is what you get with the devices in. It's pretty sturdy. It's like a giant version of the AirPods case. You have a USB charging port here, USB Type-C, which you can use to charge any device that is inside the box. You have an indicator on the front, how much charge is inside here. So obviously if you charge this up, put your devices in without charging, it will juice up those devices, so you don't have to worry about that. Similar way to the Apple AirPods. You have 3 slots, 2 for the receiver, 1 for the receiver, 2 for the actual audio devices, like this one. And then you just pop them in there and they'll start taking charge. So let's talk about these devices then. This is one of 2 audio receivers that you get in the box. And it's a really compact device. It's really light. You have a USB-C there, which can take 4 gigs worth of voice audio recordings off the device. So this has an onboard storage of around 4 gigabytes is what it says. This will get overwritten once it hits that capacity, so it's not the best way of storing, you know, your audio files, but it's a pretty decent thing if you're out and about and you haven't got any way of recording. You get 2 buttons, your simple on button and a set button, and as you can see there's 2 lights on here. You can click this once and it will set the noise cancellation, so there's noise cancellation built into these devices. I've done a bit of testing with the noise cancellation and the results have been kind of average. So obviously I've got this set on to normal at the minute. If I set that to noise cancelling, you should be able to hear and make a judgment of whether this is actually any good. I'm going to turn it off for myself just because I didn't find that it was working right for my voice. It might work better for yours. It's all different depending on how you sound. So that's everything that you get in the case. There is the other thing that we need to talk through, which is the actual receiver. So the receiver acts as the bridge between both of the transmitters, the voice transmitters. So you put all your settings on there and it applies to both microphones. So for this case, you can set multiple settings on here. As you can see on there, I've got it set to stereo, but you can also set it to mono as well. So this is quite important, especially if you're doing podcasts, for setting each of these audio devices to record on a single channel each. So you could have one guest recording on the left channel, one guest recording on the right channel, and then when you come to mix this down, you get to adjust those different channels accordingly. So I thought that was a really, really great feature. You've also got 2 signals on there which indicate the signal strength, which again is really good if you're the person that is directing a video, or you are the person recording, you know that you're still in signal range, which I think is really important. You've got all the details about the battery life and everything on there, so it's really, really good. And obviously this paired with like a DSLR camera would be amazing. And again, it's got a clip on the back that you can utilize. So overall, the actual receiver is a really good bit of kit. It's not touchscreen, but I kind of like the fact that it isn't touchscreen. You don't accidentally like touch a button that you shouldn't have and mess everything up. So I really like that. It saves the settings as well once you've gone off and closed the box and everything. So I really like that as well. So final thoughts then. What do I actually think of this device? Well, for the price, I absolutely love it. I don't think there'd be a reason for me to go out and spend any more money on, you know, a Rode mic, a Shure wireless mic, anything like that. For what I do, and for what most people will be using these mics for, I think these are the perfect price point and the actual perfect product. The distance on these is really, really good. I did a test earlier when I was downstairs and you could hear everything that was coming out of my mic. About 20 meters away, 30 meters away. The range on these things is actually really, really good. Noise cancelling could be improved. I don't think the noise cancelling is very good, if I'm honest. It might be better, you know, out and about in busy situations, but for me it just distorted my voice too much and just sounded a bit funky. But having said that, the little fluffy wind filter you get, and I can't tell you how fluffy this thing is, for me was worth the money completely. So, you know, if you are thinking of getting one of these, get it for this alone. But yeah, hopefully this review's helped you. If not, just me talking about the fluffy thing for ages. Yeah, feel free to follow me on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, so I talk about all sorts of things: streaming, gaming, technology. Feel free to follow me on there. Something will be popping up, I'm sure. And like and subscribe, and I'll keep doing these videos, and I'll keep telling you what to buy and what not to buy, and you can choose to listen or not. Anyway, I've been Tic Tactical. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.